I'm David Carmichael, the State Archivist of Pennsylvania, and in these short videos, I want to share with you some of my personal favorites from our collection of 250 million documents. These are not professionally made videos. I'm working from home with the pandemic, just as many of you are, but it gives me a chance to share with you some of the items in our collection that have special meaning to me. Today I want to talk about historical insights we can get from original documents, and in this case, a particular original document. You know, William Penn's original charter from 1681 is really document one in the state archives. This is Pennsylvania's birth certificate, the document that created us. And many people know that we have the charter, but many are surprised to learn that we also have a draft of the charter. William Penn negotiated with the king before the final charter was signed. The king had owed Penn's father a great deal of money, and when Admiral Penn died, William Penn inherited that debt, as it were, and so he had negotiating power with the king, and he was able to sort of shape the charter the way he wanted to. And the draft is really rich in wonderful language. Here the king is binding his heirs to abide by this agreement. He says, "To be holden of us, our heirs and successors, kings of England." And then later he uses this wonderful language that actually was very standardized, but still really expressive of the king's power. "And of our further grace, certain knowledge, and mere motion, we have thought fit to erect, and we do hereby erect, the aforesaid country and islands into a province." Now, grants that were made of the king's mere motion implied that the grantee, in this case William Penn, had not asked for the favor. Now, of course, Penn did ask for the favor, but it was important to be worded this way because in court, the grantee's rights were considered more favorably if the grant was made of the king's free will, of his mere motion, and not at the petition of the grantee. And so underneath this is the really interesting part to me. He says, "We do hereby erect the aforesaid country and islands into a province and do call it," and then there was a blank. Now it's not blank now, but you can see that someone came back in a completely different hand and wrote in the word Pennsylvania. Nobody knew when this was written what the colony was going to be called, because William Penn didn't want to name his colony Pennsylvania. He wanted to call it New Wales, or Sylvania, a Latin word that means forest. But the king was very insistent. He wanted to name the colony after William Penn's father, Admiral Sir William Penn. Even that didn't really satisfy William Penn the Younger, because he was a Quaker who valued humility, and he feared that people would assume the province was named for him. And of course he was right, because almost everyone does, even today. Now, another thing that interests me about this document is the back of the document. Clerks would summarize the contents of documents before filing them so that they could find them quickly without unfolding and reading each document. And here, the clerk has summarized it and labeled it almost as if it were a common deed for property that you or I might buy. It says, March 4th, 1681, patent to William Penn, Esquire, for the province of Pennsylvania in America, period. You can see an image of Penn's original charter and read a transcription of it at our website, www.pastatearchives.org. Thank you.